Hey everyone, it's Shotzi for the Rough Cuts on Sunday. Today I'm going to be talking about a film called Carmen Jones. This is from 1954, and it was produced and directed by Otto Preminger and stars Dorothy Dandridge, Harry Belafonte, and Pearl Bailey. This was actually pretty revolutionary for its time. It has an all-black cast, and it is a film rendition of a Broadway musical, also entitled Carmen Jones, I think that was from 1943. And it was, adapted from Bizet's Carmen, but this has lyrics from Oscar Hammerstein. It's an interesting film. I enjoyed it. When I was little, I absolutely loved this film. And it was done at a time in pretty much everyone's career on this, when they were just starting out in films. This was Harry Belafonte's second film role. This was Dorothy Dandridge's second starring film role. She had done a lot of bit parts before, and in the film prior to this one, she played the lead role with Harry Belafonte, coincidentally. Also, this was the first film role for Pearl Bailey, Diane Carroll, Olga James, Brock Peters. Many people might be familiar with Brock Peters because of his role in To Kill a Mockingbird, as well as many Star Trek series, as well as films. But I really enjoyed this. It's not for everyone. It is an opera. I guess not really an opera because you have normal dialogue in it, but the musical scores, that's opera. In fact, it's that reason why both Dorothy Dandridge and Harry Belafonte, even though they're both noted singers, they were both dubbed in this. Dorothy Dandridge was dubbed by Marilyn Horne, the famous mezzo-soprano. At the time, Marilyn Horne was 19 when she did this and was a copycat singer. I think it was LeVar Hutcherson did the voice for Harry Belafonte in this film. Pearl Bailey, of course, did her own singing. Diane Carroll was dubbed. Brock Peters did his own singing. Olga James, graduate of Juilliard, she did her own singing as well. But what this is, the adaptation from Carmen, I don't know how many of you are familiar with the story of Carmen, but in Carmen Jones, it's set during World War II. And Carmen works in a parachute factory, of course making parachutes, as many women did during the time. And she was late for work. She's basically the workplace hussy. All of the men love her, the women hate her, she's beautiful, and just very, very sultry, but overall kind of a loose woman. And she comes late to work one day. One of her main haters reports her or threatens to report her. They get into a fight, and then Carmen gets arrested. The person who arrests her is a young soldier named Joe, who's played by Harry Belafonte. So he comes, takes her away. He doesn't like her, so this turns her on. She tries to seduce him, and one thing leads to another. He ends up falling for her, forgets about his little girl back home, who's just a very sweet, wholesome type. And things just go from there. There's a lot of trouble, a lot of fighting. I don't want to give too much away, even though I think everyone knows what happens to Carmen, just simply because of the opera, but I don't want to give too much away. Amazing score. Of course, you have the score of Bizet. And the lyrics fit with the story. They fit with the story, but it's just something that everyone should watch. It's historically important because of its cast and the time in which this was created. In fact, that's why Otto Preminger decided to produce this himself, because he didn't think he could get any backers for it. But interestingly enough, Darryl F. Zanuck approached him, offering to back it, and still letting him make this as an independent film. Definitely check this out. It went through a really long pre-production, but the film itself was shot over a period of only 18 days. It's enjoyable. If you like opera, I don't want to say opera because it's not really opera. opera, but a lot of people don't like it because they think the singing is too high-pitched. But the numbers are really remarkable. It's a lot of fun, especially Pearl Bailey's number. It goes over really, really well. And she's just entertaining in itself. And she's just entertaining in herself. But give it a go. I will see you all next week. And yes, I did purposely throw on a shirt just for this review. This is not topless week on the rough cuts. I will see you all next time. Until then, goodbye.